Hi everybody, my name is Stefan Sanjati and I'm going to be your Wednesday here on Perfect Androgyny. Two things before we get started. I think two things. Number one, it's very dark outside where I am because of an unexpected storm, and I have to record right now because of an unexpected mistake that I made. So you're gonna have to deal with the weird kind of color balance that I've got here. I hope it's okay. And number two is just please excuse what's happening in the background because like I said, I have to record right now. No time to prepare. But it's okay, because I've done this like 6 times now. Before we get started into the topic for this week, I'm going to tell you a bit about myself because this is the first video that I have on this channel. So, I work as a makeup artist and I'm based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm gonna be really nice because I'm Canadian and that's pretty much all you have to know about me. I want you to feel good when you're watching me, so I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like pinpointing negativity and pulling everything into a bad space. I will talk about serious bad things, but I don't want to talk about them in a way that makes you angry. I'm very much into geek culture and all kinds of geeky things. So you'll find me making references and I hope you understand them, and if you don't, just ask what they're about and I'll see if I can get to you in the comments. I don't know. Most of them should be pretty transparent. If you have any other questions about me, you can either check out my channel. There'll be an annotation down here for the next, like, I don't know, 10 seconds. You can check out if you want. No rush. Don't worry about it. You can do it if you want to. It's right here. It's not going anywhere. Or you can just ask me questions and I'll get to you in the comments because I am interested in talking to you. Let's have conversations, let's do it. Week 1's topic is your sexual identity and your coming out story, and it's basically you discuss it in any facet that you can. Mine's a little bit complicated only because, but I'll tell you what has happened already, what has happened in the past. When I was 13, I came out as gay to my parents and my friends and everything, and I was born biologically male and I looked a lot more masculine back then, so it was kind of like I was a gay guy. That was my thing, that was my shtick. As far as I knew, I was one of 3 gay people in my town. There was more, but I didn't know that. So I felt very much in solitude, like I felt very alone. And I had support from a few friends and from my family and everything, but I never really felt like a part of a community. When I told my mom, she already knew. It was something that she'd been asking me for a long time, and I kept saying, no, Mom, I'm not. I don't like guys. But obviously that's not true. So I actually ended up telling her in a Subway restaurant, and basically she had asked me, because I at this point had been only surrounding myself with girls for about a year or 2 because I felt more comfortable with them for reasons that I am only now realizing. She was like, so you know, the Megans are really nice, when are you gonna ask them out? And I'm like, Ma, you don't really think I'm straight, do you? And she said, no. And that was it. That's literally it for my coming out story to my parents. With my friends, they also had been asking for a little while, very similarly, and I kept saying no, and then one day I was in computers class in 9th grade, and I was just like, you know what, yes. And then everything was fine for a long time, and what I'm gonna say next is not exactly happy, but if you are still not completely out about who you are to the people around you, they may not always react like this, you may not always go through this experience, but I want to be truthful with you, so I'm going to tell you what happened truthfully. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The first semester of my life, of my high school career, was great. Like, my friends were all fine, nothing changed. And then second semester rolled around. Oh my gosh, okay. I walked into science class. First day of science class, first day of second semester. And it's like night and day here. End of first semester was fine. Beginning of second semester, I walked into my science class and I went to go sit next to the person that I had been like best friends with for about 3 years. He like tries to avoid eye contact with me, and then I sat next to him and he's like, if you don't move, I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, no, that's a joke. I thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny, but I was taking it like a joke. I was like, there's no way he's actually gonna do this. And then I don't move, and I'm like I'm looking at him like he's crazy, and he gets up and he walks across the room and he sits with his straight male posse. What ends up happening is I sit on one end of the room, the guys are on the other side of the room, and there's like a circle of empty seats around me because at this point I'm the weird gay freak that nobody wants to sit next to. The teacher then decides, and I mean this is normal, whatever, I get it, there's gonna be assigned seating in this classroom. As it gets closer and closer to my last name, everybody's like, oh, who's gonna sit behind Stefan? Because apparently if you sit near me you're gonna become gay or I'm gonna like hit on you. I don't know what the idea was. I don't know why it's bad to sit near me, but the kid that ends up sitting behind me, he walks over, all the guys are like, oh, you know, like that thing that straight guys do when they want to be obnoxious and noticed, where they kind of like make a loud noise, you know what I mean? That's what they did. And then the teacher said, you know, is there a problem? Should I move you? And I'm like, no, it's fine. And she figured that that there must have been some personal drama or something between me and this person, but it was the fact that I was gay. I didn't even talk to this guy before. And it pretty much just spiraled downward from there for the next 4 years of my high school career. And I had friends, right? I surrounded myself with girls. It was all good. I got along with them. We did things together, but the guys never really came around. All of the male friends that I'd had from elementary school in my childhood were like, peace out, bye. They didn't want to be known as the guy that's okay with the gay guy. I keep on grabbing my little fake boobs, so please don't mind me. I'm just like trying to figure out where they are because I don't feel them. So that's my coming out story. Pretty simple. My family was great, my friends were not, but I made new friends, so it's all good. I want you to know though, if you're struggling with, figuring out where you fall on the spectrum of sexuality, there's a ton more resources on YouTube itself than there were when I was trying to figure this out. So like even today, I just saw Shane Dawson came out as bisexual. Ingrid just came out, there was Joey. Everybody's just like, hey look, I'm not straight. And it's great. Because, when I was 13, I was like, oh, we're a minority. But now on YouTube, I feel like we're not. I feel like we're at least equivalent in terms of the LGB and the T. As much as you might feel secluded and separate and alone, there's a lot more happening than what's happening right in your hometown and where you're living. So try not to focus on that too much, just focus on who you can talk to and who is going to be positive for you. Alright, I better go because it's literally turning black outside because there's storm clouds rolling in. I'm very sorry for the lighting in this video. I apologize. Next week you'll see will be much brighter and much happier. So I'll see you next Wednesday and I can't wait to meet all of you. Again, if you have questions, you can refer to my YouTube channel right down here, or you can ask me questions in the comments here on this video or any of my other videos that I'll have on this channel every Wednesday. I'm gonna go watch Inside Out now, so I'm gonna leave you alone. I hope you liked tomorrow's video and I'll see you next week. Bye!